Yannick, complimenti, grande match. Solo per sapere quel piccolo fastidio che hai accusato durante il riscaldamento, un attimo ti sei un po' fermato, niente di grave, tutto sotto controllo immagino. E sulla partita ti ho visto prendere diversi rischi, all'inizio in modo molto bello, anche ad alta percentuale, se era un piano tattico che avevi, quello di cercare di accorciare gli scambi appena potevi con Sasha.
Sì, credo che mi sono preparato bene per questa partita, ho cercato di capire un po' come era meglio giocare, alla fine ho servito molto bene subito dall'inizio, che questo sicuramente ti dà un pochettino più di tranquillità, no? nei momenti importanti e basta, no? E credo che è stata una partita molto, molto buona. Poi ovviamente sai, normalmente quando riesci a breccare abbastanza presto già cambia un pochettino la partita. Ho avuto le mie chance nel secondo set, non sono riuscito a sfruttarli subito, però sai, contro Sasha o contro i giocatori che giocano bene, sai, può succedere, quindi ho cercato di rimanere abbastanza calmo, che fisicamente abbastanza bene, sì.
Ieri e oggi si è giocato in un clima abbastanza caldo, sarà lo stesso anche domani. Ci sono degli accorgimenti specifici che adotti quando si gioca in una partita di quel tipo, in un clima di quel tipo per esempio accorciare i punti che in un game dove magari sei 40-0, oppure cambiare, abbiamo visto che hai cambiato parecchie volte la posizione di risposta.
Sì o no, sai, dipende anche un po' dal punteggio di quanto stai, soprattutto come ti senti. Lui è uno che serve molto bene, quindi ho cercato di cambiare un po' di dove rispondere. Oggi ho risposto abbastanza bene e basta. Sai, alla fine, come ho detto prima, il caldo sembra almeno che lo sto soffrendo un po' meno. Questa è una parte positiva, una parte dove abbiamo cercato di lavorare e per il momento sta funzionando. Yes, no, it means a lot to me. Third time that I play semi-finals, so I'm very happy to be for the first time in the final, and now let's see what's coming tomorrow.
Yannick, we don't know who you will play yet in the final. If it's Carlos, what about your rivalry with him is the most interesting and exciting part for you?
I mean, if it's Carlos, we know each other very well, and I lost against him the couple of semifinals I played, so it's always a very, very tough but interesting matchup. I feel like it's in any case, if you win or if you lose, you go away of a match, and you know where you have to work on. In the same time, if it's Daniil, there is, it's a very similar scenario, because he has been in the past a player who made me improve a lot. I had to change also my game style, and so it's, in any case, whoever is going to be my opponent in the final is going to be a very, very tough match. But look, the first time I played the final here, it means a lot to me, and good confidence then also for Miami, and to finish the hard court in the best possible way, and then something new starts with the clay season. But very focused about tomorrow, and we see how it goes.
Congrats, Yannick. Thinking back to those semis that you played against Carlos here, how did those matches, those kind of earlier matches for you guys feel compared to when you play him more recently, or even how did preparing for those matches feel differently maybe than now? Like, you see highlights of those semifinals and you guys look like you're like free and loose and like throwing lobs up and having fun, and it looks very different now. I wonder if it feels like that.
I think a very good example is actually, the match, this incredible match we played in US Open, and when you just go on court and play, and then you arrive to a point where you need to prepare tactically in a different way, but then you need to be ready also, to see how he's going to change. And the last couple of or the last match, he lost, against me. So he's gonna change also. This is a very interesting thing, and that's exactly why after the match you have great feedback. But it's again, different surface. We the last one we played was indoor, so here's outdoor. The ball is very bouncy. He has a very very good kick serve. He can play from very far with a lot of spin. So it is a very different scenario. I believe this is a quite unique court here. We don't see it as much in other tournaments. So. But again, look, I will be focused on my side, and then we see how it goes. And the most important part is that it's a good match, for the people to watch.
Just about Daniil, obviously he's had so many wins already this season. What are you noticing about his game?
Yeah, he's back to a very very high level. Very big serve, I feel like. He's returning very well, very very deep, and everyone is trying to be slightly more aggressive. I feel like this is also Sasha today tried to be a more aggressive. He didn't play his best tennis today, I feel like, but everyone is trying to push, and I think Daniil has found again a good balance on court. Winning a title in Dubai, coming here, making again great results. So, but also last time we played it's been quite a while now. So let's see what's coming.
You just talked about the uniqueness of this tournament, this surface. So can you talk about what is the biggest challenge for you to play in this tournament, and what is working well this year?
Yeah, I mean. Feel like I'm trying to serve a little bit better, and that's until now it has worked very well. There are two scenarios. With new balls it's quite fast, and with used balls it's a little bit slower, and it's not as bouncy anymore. So it's quite a position game at some point, where you try to stand on court, and I think this is a bit the main key here in this surface. Come era meglio giocare, alla fine ho servito molto bene subito dall'inizio, che questo sicuramente ti dà un pochettino più di tranquillità, no? nei momenti importanti e basta, no? E credo che è stata una partita molto, molto buona. Poi ovviamente sai, nel momento quando riesci a breccare abbastanza presto già cambia un pochettino la partita. Ho avuto le mie chance nel secondo set, non sono riuscito a sfruttarli